Hello guys, this is Jarkova's Witness. Welcome to a new episode of Jarkova Cast. And I got the ukulele out because this is a song called Do You Miss Me Yet? There you go. Anyways, I know I haven't done... Let me put this aside. I know I haven't done an episode in nearly a year. So I decided to film myself at 12:30 in the morning when my brain does not compute. And I am just gonna ramble a bunch of bullshit and hopefully the episode will come out good or decent. Who knows? I got a few topics I want to talk about. Let me charge my phone for a sec.
A few moments later.
This section is called school, and the reason why I called it that is because there's two topics relating to the subject of schooling that I want to talk about. The first is, if you don't know, a year ago I pretty much finished school because of the coronavirus, and the reason why I finished school was many reasons. I don't usually talk about my personal life on camera, not that I feel uncomfortable to. I just don't want to be one of them bitches that sits in front of a camera and goes, "Guys, my personal life is really hard and you have no idea what I go through every day to make the content I make for you." Like, I'm not one of them guys, right? But the reason why I finished school early, yes, I'm wearing a wife beater. The reason why I finished early was, I don't know, I just didn't feel myself. I don't think I was real. I exaggerated a lot of things in school. To any mates who are watching this, including Jackson, who appeared on the first episode, I'm really sorry. If I've ever betrayed you, I'm really sorry. I miss you, bro. No homo. No, but the reason why I finished was, I don't know, I didn't feel myself. I hated being there, I'll be honest. My whole schooling was just me being a fucking idiot. I could put up a compilation of me being an idiot in school, but I don't have that, unfortunately. Yeah, my whole schooling was just me and my mates. We would just muck around, do dumb shit. That's where I developed, where I developed my high-pitched voice. In all seriousness, that's where I developed my Aussie sounds and my slurs, cat. That's where I developed it. I developed it from a mate of mine, who I'm not gonna name. He's simply the Richmond dude. And if he's watching this, I'm really sorry. Also, thank you for being such a funny and good friend. Even though you go on about the vaccine, which will be later on in this episode, I miss you, man. I wish you all the best, and I hope you'll get better one day. With alcohol, that is. With the alcohol. Not any personal issues, just alcohol. Anyways, the reason why I didn't like school, I didn't feel like myself, I didn't feel comfortable. I felt like I was fake. I had to exaggerate. I wasn't myself. Because in the videos, obviously, if you've watched the videos, which, I'm really sorry. They fucking suck, I know. If you've watched the videos, in those videos, I'm a real asshole. I present myself as a real funny cunt. Like someone who'll just go, "You're a fucking idiot." But in real life, I'm not like that. In real life, I'm chilled. I like to have a good conversation. I still like to have a good laugh, and I still muck around. Jency can confirm that. But in the videos, I exaggerate myself. Sort of like the butt smart. Sort of like the butt smart. I exaggerate myself on camera. When I turn off the camera, I'm pretty much boring. I am a fucking boring old man to be around. Yeah, I'm a boring old man that puts up a lot of useless information. I know, I'm 19 and I'm talking to myself like I'm 35. In the videos, I present this like real cocky, real smart ass sort of humor, but I'm not like that in real life. In real life, I'm anxious, I have really bad anxiety.
I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload, and that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety.
I've got really bad depression. I got them crippling depressions. I'm just not I'm different. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm really different. When I was in school, I honestly fucking hated it. I got told in high school pretty much, "Oh, you're gonna end up in jail by the time you're this age. The way you're going, you're just gonna be a fucking failure," pretty much, right? And, for years I believed that. For years I'm like, man, if I don't make my parents proud, I'm gonna be a failure. And my parents, you know, and I always worried that my parents would, you know, disown me because of the fact I never finished school. Because my older brothers, they never finished school. Yeah, useless piece of information. My older brother finished school when he was 15. The other brother finished school when he was 16. And I always worried, man, I'm going to be like them, you know what I mean? Not in a bad way, like they're terrible people, but that I'm going to be the next line of dropout, you know, that I'm going to be the next kid to drop out of school. And pretty much I achieved that. Pretty much I achieved that, if you know what I mean. But, you know, I had to leave. I look at it like this. Mentally and physically, I had to leave. Physically, every day when I would go there, I would feel physically sick in my stomach. I'd feel like I was going to vomit. I felt horrible when I went to school. You know, I felt depressed. I hated being there. I was different. You know, I was made fun of in a way because I was different. You know, my fucking hairstyle, you know, my pompadour, my sideburns that aren't really stylish anymore. You know, my fucking thick ass eyebrows and my little mullet and shit like that, and the clothes I wore didn't help me either. You know, the movies that I watch and the music that I listen to didn't help me either. I was pretty much in high school. You know, I present myself as someone that would have been popular in high school. I was a fucking nerd. I was a loner in high school. I didn't have really many friends. I only had one friend, which, you know, he's a God-fearing man, and God bless him. You know, and I had occasional friends here and there. You know, I have one friend that lives 4 hours away from me. He's really cool. I miss him. One day I might work on a video with him and another mate, you know. And my other mate, you know, Jackson, who appeared in the first episode of the podcast, you know. Those were the only guys I had as friends. So, you know, I was a loner pretty much. I didn't really have really much friends. Yeah, I just made no fucking sense. I had not too many friends. And I had this other kid that I wouldn't call a friend, but we were cool. He was a Polish kid, and he was really cool. You know, he talked like this, man. You know, he had a real, like, sort of accent. Oh, he's gonna fucking hate me. He's gonna fucking hate me after this episode. I'm so sorry, dude. If you're watching this, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to enable your depression. I'm really sorry. In all seriousness, I was a fucking loner. I was a loser, right? And I hated that place. I hated that place for many reasons. I couldn't be myself. I couldn't be the real person I am. I had to be something that I wasn't. I know, I sound like I'm doing a fucking transgender reveal video where I'm like, guys, I am the second pronoun to my 72 pronouns. Like, no. You know, in all seriousness, I hated being there. In a way, all jokes aside and all shit stirring aside, I do miss school. You know, I missed the friends I had. You know, I missed all my mates. Hanging around Jackson, you know, doing shit together. I miss that stuff, you know. I really do. And I know, I'm going like, my eyes are blinking because the light is really bright on the fucking camera. The light on my camera is really bright. You know, but I do. I miss all the mates I had. I miss all the mates I had, you know. Jackson, man. Jackson, if you're watching this, bro, we gotta do a collab, man. We gotta do a collab video, man. Jarkova reacts, Jarkova cast, you gotta come back on, man. We gotta do something, please. Please, if you're watching this, please let us do something, man. I'm dying to do anything, I don't care. Even a fucking song cover, man. Even a song cover. Please? Nah. And the other mate who lives 4 hours away. I miss you too. If you're watching this, I miss you, and I miss your family, man. Legends. I miss you. We gotta collab on something too, man. And then the other dude, the Richmond dude, I miss you too. And I wish you all the best. I hope you're doing well. You know, even though I've said some really, how could I say, even though I've made fun of you in the past for being a crackhead, and, you know, I made fun of your voice, mate, and how's it going, S.A. bruv, and I made fun of all that. I do really respect you, man. I really do respect you. You're a good kid. You're a legend. You know, I wish you all the best. I really do. I hope you're doing well. God bless. Oh God, I sounded like I sounded like Cardinal Powell. Oh Jesus. But you know, speaking of school, right? Even though I've dropped out, you know, in all honesty, when I was in school, I know people always say, when I was in school, I learned this. When I was in school, I learned fucking nothing. I learned fuck all. Wait, I learnt fuck all, man. I learnt nothing at all. No, in all seriousness. I learnt nothing at all. Nothing at all. And yes, I learnt nothing at all. I know people say, oh, I learnt something in school. I didn't learn nothing beyond year 6. Look, I'm not encouraging people to drop out, right? I'm not gonna say, oh, drop out of school. It's a great idea. Fucking don't. You know, stay for as long as you can. But if it gets to a point where you feel depressed, you feel like shit, you hate everyone there, you hate your fucking self, leave. Plain and simple. Leave. Or do something else. You know, I learned nothing beyond year 6, man. You know, all the teachers I had fucking hated me. I know. Oh, that sounds like bullshit. No, they did. They hated me. Every teacher I had didn't understand me, fucking hated me, treated me like I was a fucking idiot, treated me like I was a fucking cripple in a wheelchair, right? Treated me like I was dumb as dog shit, and I fucking hated it. I despised it. I learnt nothing beyond year 6. Beyond year 6, all I learnt was that if you steal money, throw a tantrum, that's a true story. Do not talk on the train unless you're a teacher. I also learnt to speak Italian. To speak a bit of Italian, you know, speak a bit of Italian. I learnt how to make memes. I learnt how to piss the teachers off all the time. I learnt about commies and Holdens. Thank you, Jackson. I learnt about a good taste in music. Thank you. Thank you, the other mate. I learnt to say esche, bruv. I learnt to dress like an esche. I learnt this. I learnt shockers. And I learnt how to do pictures where I'm going in the photo. I learnt fuck all beyond year 6. I learnt fuck all. I know. Oh, that sounds like a crock of shit. No, I learned stuff all beyond year 6. And the other thing I learned was to make an account for JB Hi-Fi and order online from school. And also waste my time listening to music and playing games on the computer. Ah, fun times. I also made some good friends while I was there, you know. In all seriousness, I made some good friends. You know, if I hadn't have been there, I wouldn't have met Jackson. I wouldn't have met the other dude. Wouldn't have met the Richmond dude. You know, I had some horrible teachers, right? Even though I had some horrible fucking teachers that I hated, I had some good teachers too, you know? I really did. I had some good teachers. I had my cooking teacher in year 11 and year 12. You know, he was a legend. He was funny. And it was an alright experience. It was a Holocaust. No, I'm kidding. No, it was a good experience. All jokes aside, even though I knew most of the fucking bullshit in cooking, I liked it. I liked the chemistry I had with the teachers there. I liked the chemistry. I liked the mucking around. I liked being a shithead. I liked pissing off the teacher here and there. You know, I've got a funny story. I've never told about this. If you watched my Casper review, there's a joke in there I make about witches and britches. Yeah, you know which one, right? A couple years ago, I was in year 10, and we had this high school coordinator, and she was a, and I quote, she was a horrible, censor this, she was a horrible cunt. Yeah, she ain't gonna be too happy. She'll want me to delete this video. I'm not sorry. No, in all seriousness, year 10, I bloody hated year 10. It was a horrible experience. Year 10 was the year I wanted to kill myself. Yeah, I'm being serious there. I'm not joking around. I'm looking into the camera dead set. I wanted to kill myself in year 10. I had contemplated suicide so many times in year 10. I hated it so much. It made me miserable. And we had this, you know, later year, like this high school coordinator, right? And one day she came into our class. And she was sitting there, and I started joking around with a friend, and I was like, hey man, have you ever been to Witches and Bitches? Because I didn't know what it was called. I thought it was called Witches and Bitches. And she's like, you know, in a typical Karen fashion, she's like, excuse me, it's not called Witches and Bitches, it's called Witches and Britches. And I'm like, I thought it was called Witches and Bitches. And then she got real mad. She got real mad at me and left the classroom pissed off. And the irony of this is, this whole year in year 10, we were told, if you're pissed off, do not leave the classroom. Just stay in the classroom and be agitated even more. Be annoyed and pissed off even, be annoyed, be agitated even more, right? I proved her hypocrisy. And pretty much, I was really hated after that. That was a lot of fun. I was really hated. I could do a whole episode about school stories. If Jackson wanted to help me. I hated year 10. Cause it was a pack of No, I'm kidding. No, I hated year 10. Like all the other years beyond year 6. Or no, like all the years beyond year 5. I fucking hated them for various reasons. The only year in high school I didn't hate was year 9. And the reason why I didn't hate year 9 was my teacher in year 9 was a legend. And I liked him. He was the only teacher that understood me as a person. Didn't treat me like an idiot. Treated me like a guy my own age. Treated me like a person my age. He helped me. And I liked him. And I miss him. Mr. Reed, if you're watching this, I hope you're doing well. I hope the family's going well. I liked him. He was funny. What can I say? I'm repeating myself. No, he was funny. Very good personality. Very good personality. Very kind guy. Very respectable person. Treated me the way I wanted to be treated. And even Jency would have liked him. Because he liked friendly Geordies. Fuck, I'm an idiot. And I miss him, I still miss him to this day. He was a great teacher, and he understood and respected my passion for film, music, and everything. But he also taught me certain lessons. He taught me to treat people the way I wanted to be treated, right? He taught me, how to write certain words correctly. He taught me how to slack off on the job. No, in all seriousness, he did teach me a lot of things and a lot of valuable lessons, and if I was to become a school teacher, he'd be the type of teacher I'd like to be. And what I mean by that is, treat the kid like you would like to be treated if you were a student. Don't treat the kid like they're a fucking idiot, like they're a sackless worth of shit. Treat them like the person they want to be treated. Have a normal conversation with them. Don't dumb down shit. Don't talk to them like they're a fucking idiot. Talk on their level. And I respect that. And I like that, Be an actual person. Don't be a fucking robot that's like, okay, do you know what's 30 plus 30 is? It is 60. Correct. Compute. Beep, beep, beep. Like, no. Talk to them like a fucking person. Talk to them like, like anyone would like to be talked to, right? Because you don't want to be talked down like you're a sack of shit. You don't want to be talked down like you're a fucking idiot. You want to be talked to like anyone, right? The way anyone would like to be talked. And I believe that. I believe in talking to someone the way you'd like to be talked to, right? If you treat someone like a sackless worth of shit, you fucking deserve it. You deserve to be treated like that. If you talk to someone with respect, kindness, and interest, then you deserve the same. I feel. And I know, but the world isn't like that. Yeah, of course not. Of course the world isn't fucking like that. But I expect that in any conversation and any meeting with people, right? Any meetings. There's people I don't like, I'll be honest. We had this one kid in school. I call him the meat pie guy. And the reason why, he came to school one day and he wore this fucking 5-day-old shirt with like a meat pie stain on it. And he was a big fan of the Geelong Cats, mate. And I used to rip on him for the Geelong Cats. I used to be like, the Geelong Cats are fucking shit. He'd be like, what'd you fucking say, cunt? What'd you say about the fucking Geelong Cats, mate? I'd be like, they're fucking shit. Like a smartass, right? Like a smartass. And he hated it. He hated it. And he was funny. He was funny because he was very easy. For a guy who made out like he could take jokes, he was very easy to trigger. Very easy to trigger. Like one time, what was it? He came up to me and he was like, bro, you know, I fucking hang around the Sudanese, bro. I hang around the Africans, man. Really? Oh, well, cool, okay. Nah, they're fucking gang members, bro. They fucking stabbed cunts, eh? And I'm like, oh, really? How many cunts have they stabbed? And they quote. He's like, fuck, 30? I'm like, ooh, fuck, 30? And he's like, yeah, man, fucking 30, bro. Fucking 30. Really? 30 people? Where are these witnesses? Can they vouch your story? Yeah, man, sure. Okay, cool. And I never heard anything ever again. If you don't hear anything from me, you'll know why. But you know, speaking of school, the next topic I want to talk about. You know, this was a 25-minute ramble. Obviously, I don't talk about my family life. You know, outside the videos, I don't talk about my family. You know, I have my brothers, I have my parents, obviously. I have a little brother, and he's got Down syndrome, right? So, a couple weeks ago, before I went to Queensland, which might be a topic for another episode. So 3 weeks ago, my little brother started school, right? And honestly, I felt nervous in a way, because he was going to a school that I went to when I first started. And you know, like, it's like anyone, right? You know, you feel nervous. You know, when you have a little brother or sister, you feel nervous because you're worried they'll get bullied or get picked on as bad as you did. Like in the case of myself. You know, I always worry, right? I'm a hypochondriac in the ways. In my ways, I'm a hypochondriac. I worried that my brother would get bashed on the first day of school, my little brother, that he would get bullied to the point that he would cry. But no, it was the opposite. And it's a funny story, actually, the first day of his schooling. So a couple weeks ago, he started school. And I went to this first day that he had, you know, like this, what is it? What do they call it? Like an inauguration, whatever they call it, like fuck, I can't say it. You know, like a first day, right? To see how they go. So he starts, right? And I remember this morning. This morning I had sprayed all my hair up. Not like now, but I sprayed all my hair up. And I was so nervous that morning. I was doing this thing with my hands, because I have anxiety, right? So I was twirling my fingers together, like, you know, twirling my fingers, like messing with my fingers and going. You know, I do dumb shit, right? With my hands or my fingers or my legs when I get anxiety. So this morning, I woke up really early. I was really nervous. I shaved, like now pretty much. I shaved. I was very anxious. We get there, and I make a fucking fool out of myself. I make a jester out of myself. I start crying because I'm so overwhelmed. I became so overwhelmed by seeing my little brother happy on his first day. You know, I'm gonna sound like a parent on a YouTube video, but I really did. I got overwhelmed, and I cried. I teared up, I cried. And I felt so embarrassed. Like, oh my god, guys! No, I'm kidding. No. No. I felt so embarrassed. I'm like, oh fuck, oh god. I'm like, and I'm trying to hide this too. I'll be honest, I'm a real alpha. In the words of No Bullshit, I'm a true red-pilled alpha motherfucker. Welcome to the gun show. No, I'm kidding. Now, in all seriousness, I am an alpha, right? And I don't believe in crying for a man. It's not that I don't think men are pussies, right, for crying. I really don't. I just feel if I cry, it's embarrassing, I feel weak, you know, I feel like a puss, and I feel embarrassed. I just hate to cry. I hate to fucking show my emotions. I'm an old-fashioned man where I don't like to show my emotions. I don't like to be like, guys, my life is really hard, and like, you have no idea what I'm going through right now. You know, I'm not like that, right? I don't like to cry. I don't like to sook. But this day, I got really teary because it was his first day of school, right? I went through all that bullshit, you know, the first day of school. You know, I'll be honest, my first day of school was worse than his. He enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. My first day, I fucking hated it. I wanted to go home. I wanted to watch, the Hooly Doolies, bro. Yes, that's a true story. On the first day of school, when I went, I shat my pants. No, I didn't. No, in all seriousness, I hated the first day of school. I wanted to go home. I cried. I begged my mum. I'm like, Mum, please let me go home. You know, but he enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. I don't know how. How did he enjoy it, you know? But he did. He enjoyed it. He loved it. He wanted to go back. And now he's in school 5 days a week. You know, all jokes aside, right? I'm gonna probably have family watching this. Look, even though my little brother can be a little bit of a shit at times, can be a little bit unbearable, I love him, you know? He's my little brother. I love him. You know, I do wish all the best for him, legitimately. I hope he goes well. I hope he enjoys school. I don't want anything bad happening to him, right? I love him. He's my little brother. He's a legend, and he's been through a lot. I mean that. He's been through a lot. For a 6-year-old kid, he's had surgeries. You know, he's gone deaf in one ear almost. Like, you know, he's had a lot, man. He's had a lot of struggles for a kid. You know, I really do. I think he's a little legend. I think he's brave, and I think he's a fighter. I think he'll keep fighting until the end. As cruel as that sounds. Anyways, let's just go to the next topic. I'm gonna get emotional. I feel like I'm gonna get emotional. Let's just go to the next topic. I don't want to be like that Star Wars cry guy. I don't want to be like that guy that's reacting to the Star Wars trailer and he starts going, "Oh my god, there's Obi-Wan Kenobi. No fucking way!" And he starts crying. Can I just play a little bit of that video, please, for the meme? Can I just play a little bit of that video? Like the Star Wars cry guy. Like that reaction video when he's sitting in the corner and he's like, "Oh my god, no fucking way! There's the Star Trooper. Oh my god, no fucking way! That could be Jar Jar. Oh my." I've never got so emotional watching these trailers before. And he starts crying like a fucking idiot, and I love that clip. He starts crying, and it's just beautiful. It's a sight to behold. You know. And then Howard Stern roasted him, and he went on Howard Stern, and he's like, I love that you roasted me. Thank you." No, but the guy, like, I swear, I'm not gonna call him a soy boy. It's such an old term, but he was such a sook. Like, he really, like, overreacted when he did the reaction video to the trailer. Like, he started crying, and he was like going, and he starts, like, coughing and shit. It's fucking funny. Oh, I'm gonna put that in the description. You gotta watch that video, man. You gotta watch it. It's funny as the guy reacting to the Star Wars trailer when he's like crying and he's tearing up and he's like getting all these like emotions. It's funny.
Ooh. 1,000 generations live in you now. But this is your fight.
Yes, it is. We will see it through the tears. Oh, it's gorgeous. No fucking way.
Always be with you. No one's ever really gone.
No, the Emperor. Skywalker. Yes. Oh my god. How do they make this more and more epic every time? How do they make this more and more epic every time?
Anyways, let's go to the next topic. Another topic I want to talk about is have you heard the song Driver's License by what's that bitch's name? Olivia something. Recently this song has been on the radio and it's one of my favorite songs because it's so bad, and I mean this, it's one of the worst things I've ever heard. The song is basically, in my opinion, a Stalker's song, and I mean this. Like, can I read some of the lyrics and tell me these do not sound stalkish? And here are the lyrics, and I quote, "I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about, because you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. Nah, I'm kidding. But today I drove through the suburbs, crying because you weren't around. Come on, that lyric's gotta be stalkerish. The lyric where she says, but today I drove through the suburbs, crying because you're not around. That doesn't sound right, man. That doesn't sound right. That's some fucking stalkerish ass shit. And you're probably with that blonde girl who always made me doubt. She is so much older than me. She's everything I'm insecure about. That's weird. Oh, Jesus. And the lyrics go, yeah, today I drove through the suburbs. Because how could I ever love someone else? Come on, those are stalkerish lyrics. Those are pretty weird lyrics. And I know, but Jarkova, you listen to fucking songs that have lyrics about rape in them. Yeah, I know. I'm guilty of listening to Kendrick. I'm guilty of listening to Tupac and Biggie. I know. I'm guilty to listening to, everybody wants to rule the world. You know, and all that sort of stuff, right? And I know we weren't so perfect, but I never felt this way for no one. Oh God, it sounds like she's gonna murder him in his fucking house at like 2 in the morning. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. If I was that guy, I'd fucking move town. I would leave town and dump this bitch in the fucking desert, mate. I'd kill her and dump her in the desert, mate. I'm sorry, that's stalkerish as. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. Some Taylor Swift vibes. I swear to God, she is just trying to do the whole Taylor Swift thing. Like, you know when Taylor Swift was like 20, 25 years old? You know, when she was 20, 25 years old, singing about like her boyfriend being a cunt. That's pretty much what it is. 'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. That's the stalkerish line. Ah! No, I'm kidding. No, in all seriousness, that is a weird line, eh? 'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. And all my friends are tired of hearing how much I miss you. Then maybe stop talking about him, you feckless cow. Oh, wow. Whoa, Jarkova, settle down, bro. Yeah, I know. But I kind of feel sorry for them, because they'll never know you the way that I do. Yeah, today I drove through the suburbs and pictured I was driving home to you. You know what I love with this song? How has this song not been pulled off radio? And look, I'm not trying to sound like an SJW. These idiots that listen to this crap are the same people that complained about, baby, it's cold outside. Maybe you should take off your coat. No, I kind of want to leave. You know, they complained about that. They complained that Baby, It's Cold Outside is a rape song. This is a fucking stalker song. This is a song made for a stalker, bro. And pretty much it just repeats a lot of the same lyrics, yada yada. Red lights, stop signs. I still see your face in the white cars, front yards. Can't drive past the fences we used to go to. 'Cause I still fucking love you, babe. Sidewalks we crossed. I still hear your voice in the traffic. We were laughing all over the noise. God, I'm so blue. Know that we are through, but I still fucking love you, babe. I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. 'Cause you didn't mean what you wrote that song about me. And it just pretty much repeats the same lyrics and that's it. It's a stalker song. What can I say? I've read the lyrics. It's a stalker song. When I would hear this on the radio, I would look at the person next to me. Oh, I'm tearing up like I'm a feminist. No, but I would listen to this song and I'd be looking at the person next to me, I'd be like, bro, how is that not a stalker song? Like, man, that sounds like something she wrote while stalking her boyfriend, her real life boyfriend at like 2 in the morning. Bro, it's a stalker song. I'm sorry, if you want to debate me on it, good, but That driver's license song is a fucking Stalker's song, okay? I am not sorry. In all seriousness, that could have been Dan Andrews' fucking song for the Sky News journalists. I love the art of comedy, right? Like I love my music, I love the art of comedy. And, you know, I have so many great comedians that are my favourites. Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Bill Burr, Lewis Spears. The list goes on, right? But you know who's my favourite comedian of them all? It is my premier, my government leader in Victoria, Daniel Andrews. And I know anyone who is a fan of Dan Andrews, please skip if you don't want to hear me shit on the man. If you fucking love the man that much, skip. Or if you don't, well, fuck you. I'm gonna talk about him. You know, whenever I get a chance to talk about Dan Andrews, I love it. You know, for a guy who hates him, I fucking love it because he's a great comedian. He's provided me so much great material over the last year. You know, such things as the classic remix, Get On The Beers, and the debates he's had, you know.
I meet with many Victorians. Well, because they invite me to meet with them, unlike so many over there who no one wants to meet with, no one wants to talk to, no one wants to vote for. What a ridiculous question. Order, the Premier will resume his seat. Order, Premier will resume his seat. Order.
The stupid conferences where he was wearing the fucking North Face jacket and he's like, we right? We right to go now? Yeah? We're right to go now? And all that dumb shit. And he also provided me such great moments, the debates he's had with journalists, buying Facebook likes, allegedly getting his office vandalized, falling down the stairs and becoming a fucking meme. And I know, oh, why are you shitting on Dan, bro? Stop hating on Dan. Well, fuck Dan. I'm sorry. You know, fuck Dan Andrews. I know. Oh, I thought you were a Labour supporter, bro. You're just a fucking Liberal, mate. No, I'm not. I fucking hate the Liberals. I have made fun of ScoMo on many occasions. As much as I have made fun of Dan. Dan the man. You know? I really do. I hate Dan, right? But I also hate ScoMo too. I hate both sides. But at least the difference is, don't get me wrong, I hate Liberals, but they have done so much better with the virus, with dealing with the virus, and I know, oh, but what about the 44 deaths in New South Wales, bro? Oh, wow! 44 people died in New South Wales? What about the 802 people who died in Victoria? You know what I love with people I've spoken to? You know, this includes you, Jency. This includes you, mate. Sorry, not sorry. You know what I love is when people shit on our state. I've had so many comments like, oh, Victoria's fucking shit, bro. And you know what I love? Jency has done this. The irony is he'll preach about how he loves Adelaide, but he fucking hates Victoria. Bro, your state is run by a Liberal.
Well, imagine my shop.
What a conspiracy theory. No, but in all seriousness, don't shit on my state, bro. If you don't want me to shit on Adelaide. No, in all seriousness, Dan Andrews is a fucking legend in all the worst reasons. Another example, finding people for no reason. Wanting to install a national dob line. Oh yeah, that's a true story. He wanted to, in Parliament, right? He wanted to install a dob line where you could call up the police and be like, my neighbour's not wearing the mask to the milk bar. I feel really concerned about my safety. And look, it's not a bad idea on paper, right? But the problem is with installing something like a dob line. It's like the UK. Boris Johnson, how he fucked up with it, right? The problem is you'll always have some fucking idiot, some Karen that'll just, you know, that hates someone so much, they'll just call it up and be like, my neighbour is not wearing a mask. But in reality, it's some poor cunt who wore the fucking mask, followed the guidelines and all that bullshit. So, you know, as a result, Dan basically got told, get fucked, and his proposal got rejected. And that was amazing because it showed that even the government were like, bro, you're a fucking idiot. This is not gonna work. Even his own people were like, bro, this is not gonna work. It's a shit idea. But, you know, recently he fell down the stairs and that's been turned into a great meme. And look, I don't wish for people to be hurt, right? In all seriousness, I hate both sides. But it's the same with ScoMo. I don't wish for ScoMo to be in a car accident and fucking get killed. You know, that's tragic, right? And I do feel sorry for Dan's family in a way. That he's been hurt. But at the same time, Dan is a hypocrite. And this was karma. I look at it like that. It was karma. Because for years, you know, Dan has had so many complaints about the slippery fucking stairs at the train station and all that crap. And he did nothing about it. And now that he's fallen down the stairs, apparently it'll happen. Apparently those wet stairs are getting cleaned as we speak. They're getting fixed. Oh, wow, it took you to break your fucking spine to realize that was a bad idea? Holy! You know, it took him so long until he broke his spine to realize that this slippery stairs thing was a problem. And, look, I don't hate Dan as a person. He's probably a nice guy outside of the politics. I just don't like his politics. And I don't like the way he's been acting during the virus. And I also don't like a lot of things. You know, the fact that he built a fucking drug clinic near a primary school. Yeah, you know how people will shit on, like, the Liberals, right? They shit on, like, Gladys and all these people. And look, I'm not a defender of the Liberal Party. I do agree. There's things they should be shat on. Gladys should be fucking shat on for not, you know, keeping the mask rule when the cases were going up, right? I agree. And ScoMo should be shat on for saying that, you know, if you're a kid, you can just fight the virus, just go to school. Yeah, stupid idea, right? And I do agree, they should be criticised for that. But Dan should be just as criticised too for his fuck-ups. The fact that there was inadequate quarantine, the fact that he hired cheap fucking labour. You know, for a party called the Labour Party, they sure love cheap labour. Sorta like my school. Going back to that topic again, but you know. No, but the best was a couple weeks ago, Dan was in Parliament. This was before he fell and fucking broke his ass or whatever, you know, broke his butt cheek. But he was in Parliament, and Parliament Question Time is a great program on ABC for anyone who wants to do political studies. Great research to see how fucking stupid all sides of politics are when they get into one building together. And he went on there, right? And he, what was it? They were asking him, they were debating him about, do you reckon Victoria, you know, do you reckon that people in Victoria still respect you? You know, because of how you dealt with the virus and shit, and the quarantine and stuff like that, and the cases coming back, and all this different shit, and the fact that you keep proposing lockdown. He's like, I believe all Victorians fucking love me. You know, they think I'm a legend. And all you can hear is all the guys in the background are just going, and he's like, at least Victorians, and he gets real mad, he gets real triggered, and he's like, at least all Victorians want to visit me, unlike the people in the back of the room that no one wants in politics, no one votes for, and no one wants to visit. And it's just like, bro, shut the fuck up, you fucking frog, you know, hello my baby, ragtime girl, fucking looking frog piece of shit, shut your mouth. And it was beautiful. It was funny, and it was amazing. All jokes aside, look, I do agree. Being a politician is a stressful job. I look at it from both sides, right? You know, I would hate to be a fucking politician because of the amount of shit you would get, the amount of shit you and your family would get, the amount of threats, you know, the fact that buildings would get vandalized, you know, people would get called names, you know, like Jenny Morrison, you know, ScoMo's wife that he always, you know, cucks on about in his fucking Instagram post where he's like, my wife Jenny, you know, it wasn't till yesterday that I spoke with my wife Jenny and she said that rape is wrong and that rape is pretty bad, you know. Like, bro, really? You had to speak to your wife to decide that rape was bad? Really? Really? Your wife? Man, she must really have some good knowledge, eh? She must have some really good knowledge about rape. Jenny Morrison, please come on Jarkova cast and, you know, spew these words of gospel. No, in all seriousness, it would be a really stressful job, you know, to be a politician. You know, they either lose their hair, like in the case of ScoMo, or Malcolm Turnbull, or Tony Abbott, they lose their fucking hair, or in the case of Daniel Andrews, or Kevin Rudd, they go even greyer than they already were. Their hair goes even greyer, and they look more older. All jokes aside, Daniel Andrews is my favourite comedian of all time. He is number one in my list of favourite comedians of all time. He is an influence for me and my new material that I want to perform one day. He is the running gag in my list of material. You know, I constantly quote his speeches. I constantly quote all the dumb shit he says. I constantly fucking meme him all the time. Jency would notice and he hates it, and that's why I love it even more. Thank you, Jency, for getting mad at my material. Peace, brother. Peace, brother. Peace, brother. Nah, but in all seriousness, you know, thanks to all the mates I've had in school that hated him as well. As Dan Andrews once said, let's all get on the beers and sort out our differences in politics, regardless of what side you're on. The best was Sam's Movies on his podcast when he's like, what do you call him? Dan Drews? Yeah, Dan Drews. Fucking Dan Drews. Dan Drews. No, in all seriousness, Dan Drews is my favourite comedian. He is a 10 out of 10 comedian. I hope one day he'll do some stand-up. I'd love to see him do his stand-up. Wear the stupid glasses, the fucking odd-shaped sideburn haircut. Oh yeah, you know how people make fun of me for my haircut, right? His haircut's like this, he has sideburns like this, and then on the other side it's just like up to here, and then that's it. It looks so fucking stupid. His stupid fucking North Face jacket, the stupid conferences where he was like, we right to go now? We right to go now? Yeah, we right to go now? We right to go now? Anyways, before I piss off the political side of my viewership, let's go to the next topic. Another thing I want to talk about is the, you know, in all honesty, you know why I don't upload much YouTube videos? Is because I don't want to make YouTube a full-time job. I don't want to be one of them content creators that has to rely on YouTube to make ends meet. You know, the thing is too, I do agree in a way with Max Mofo when he says being a YouTube creator now is kind of fucking dead. And what I mean by that, I'm not saying it's completely dead, but it is that back in the days when people like Max came out, you know, their videos would get monetized and they would get put on recommended. Now, if you have a video that's like inappropriate or politically incorrect, you know, it's just not going to pop up on recommended. It's not going to be in the search results. So yeah, that's kind of a reason why I agree with it. That's why I wouldn't make YouTube my full-time career. Plus, I've kind of lost the passion for YouTube these days, unfortunately, due to a lot of things. Obviously, channels getting unfairly terminated, you know, content creators getting demonetized, people losing the passion for it, you know, it's a lot of stuff in combination. I kind of burnt out from it, you know, in a way. I lost the passion. You know, I want to get into music as well. Music is my main passion. In all honesty, all jokes aside, music is my main passion. I would like to do vocal training so that I don't go, you know, my voice doesn't crack, right? I'd like to get better as a singer. And I would like to, you know, one day perform in a band or as a solo act. Plus, YouTube isn't my home anymore. Like, I don't know, man. I said to my mate, it's not that I hate YouTube, right? It's really not. I like the platform. I think there can be great and really good content creators, but they get overshadowed by the fucking shit. And it's really hard to make a name on YouTube these days. You know, the only YouTuber I know in the last couple of years that's starting to kind of grow big is Sam's Movies. I know, I suck him off in every video. I'm sorry. No, but in all seriousness, you know, he went from being a fucking kid that was 16 years old sitting in front of a shit camera, much like I am now, to being a 21, 22-year-old man that, you know, makes these fucking quality, you know, these high quality, you know, fucking great editing, you know, really good points, really good researched videos and stuff like that. You know, really funny shit, even though he kind of ripped off Cold Ones and my podcast. No, I don't really care. In all honesty, I wish him all the best. It's all in good fun. I don't hate him. I hope he'll, you know, Do me proud. He'll do me proud, hopefully. You know, he'll have my 11-year-old dream of being the nostalgia critic. No, I'm kidding. My 11-year-old dream of being a YouTuber, and I hope to collab with him one day. You know, I really do. I hope to collab with him. I hope I can maybe appear on his podcast. You know, Samuel, if I become famous, man, I would love to appear on your podcast regardless of fame. I would love to appear because you were the first who believed in my talents, who believed in my gift, and the first person who thought I was a funny cunt, even though I ain't that fucking funny. Thank you. In all seriousness, that's why episode 3 took so long. Many reasons. Episode 3 was supposed to be a collab with a mate of mine, but because of the Dan Andrews virus, unfortunately that couldn't happen. And it was delayed for so long, and then I planned to do a live stream. I tried to contact a few people for an interview. That didn't happen. So then I decided, you know what? Fuck it! I'll do it myself! And it's gonna come out a complete rambling mess. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a complete rambling, fucking incoherent, fucking mentally ill mess. In all seriousness, I wish you all the best, Sam. Wish you all the best, mate. But I want to do music. I have had this passion for so long. I have wanted to do it more the last 3-4 years. You know, that's why I've been that's why I'm on a bit of a diet. You know, I went from being 112 kilos to about 84.5. You know, I'm starting to lose the weight now. And the reason why there's more color in my face is because I've been eating more vegetables, mate. More meat, more veggies. And that's why I look like I've got a bit of color in my face, like it's summer again. Like it's the summer of 1999. Also, episode 4, if you want to comment down below and suggest an idea, I was thinking, for episode 4, if I can't get my mate on for an episode, if I can't get the mate who lives 4 hours away, I might do a record collection video. I might do a Blu-ray collection video. Like a Blu-ray and DVD collection video where I talk about all the films I love and why I love this movie and why this movie was so influential on my life. Why this movie, you know, made me want to become a filmmaker at one stage. Or why I like the soundtrack to this said movie. Then, you know, leave your opinions down below. Leave the opinions down below. Or if you want to see another episode of me fucking rambling shit, talking to myself at 2 in the morning, then sure, I'll do that. But before I go, I want to talk about the, you know, recently, the China virus, there's a vax for it that's come out, right? And, you know, I'll be honest, I'm kind of anti-vax. I'm not going to say I'm pro-vax, but I'm not anti-vax in that I'm not going to take any vax. I fucking hate vaccines. Like, no, I'm not anti-vax in that way. Like, fuck, I take the cold and flu vax every year. Like, I'm not anti-vax, man. I just don't want to have something in my body that hasn't really been tested. I don't want something in my body that I don't know what it is. I want to know what's going into my body. Because I am already a healthy 19-year-old man. I don't really have any underlying health problems. Maybe a bit of, you know, maybe a bit of high cholesterol. Maybe a bit of, you know, throat problems because of singing. But, you know, other than that, I'm a healthy man. I'm a physically active and healthy person. I walk 3 times a week. You know, I do leg stretches 5 times a week. I jump around. I move at least 2 times a week. I lift heavy shit once or twice a week. I play a bit of sports. I swim here and there. You know, I do stuff, right? And I don't want to take something where I don't know what it is. And that's where I'm concerned about the vax, right? I'll be honest, I'm fucking anxious. You know, I'm anxious about having to take that shit. It's not that I don't want to. I just don't want to without knowing what it's going to do to me. How it's going to affect me. That's my concern. And I know people will say, oh, you're a fucking tinfoil. You're a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'll say I'm a fucking weirdo. I'm a weirdo, I'm crazy, I'm mentally ill, but I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't make conspiracies about the 5G towers. I don't believe in the 5G, I'm sorry, Richmond dude, I don't believe in the 5G towers, man. I don't know, I can't believe that the 5G towers gave everyone the China virus. I'm sorry. Like, no disrespect, it's your opinion, you believe it, you know, you follow that theory, but I don't. Like, I do believe that the coronavirus, this is a controversial opinion, but I do believe that the people who are dying from the coronavirus are already have health problems, are already unfucking healthy, have conditions and health problems they already don't know about, family genetics, asthma, are fucking drinkers, and are fucking smokers. I don't believe a healthy person can die from the fucking virus. And they're gonna say, you're a scumbag! Yeah, I know. But I don't. I don't believe... Damn fucking light died. You know, I don't believe that a healthy person can die from the fucking virus. I'm sorry. It's a controversial opinion, but I don't believe that shit. I believe that someone who's had health problems, someone who's fucking fat, someone who's unhealthy, someone who already has health problems, old people, a fucking alcoholic, drug addicts, cigarette smokers, yeah, alright, I believe those people can die from the fucking virus. But I don't believe someone that's healthy can die from the virus. What about the bodybuilder in Italy? Maybe he had health problems, maybe he had cancer like 20 years ago, and they didn't want to report that to fit a narrative. You know? That's what it is. You know, you'd think if everyone was concerned about the virus, you'd think that they would be pushing that, you know, everyone should be more healthy, that people should be exercising more. But it's the opposite. The government of the world has enabled this fucking behavior where people should just sit inside, never go out, never do nothing, just be a fucking slacker, right? If this virus is a threat, why aren't you encouraging people to go outside? Why aren't you encouraging people to get healthy? You know, get some vitamin B, some vitamin C, you know, the multivitamins in their bodies, you know, like the different vitamins of the sun, and going outside and exercising, you know, eating healthier, making better decisions instead of wasting money on fucking takeaway and bullshit, having different alternatives. And I know, oh, but, Brian, what's your fucking diet? Yeah, I know, I'm gonna get all those comments like, you're not a fucking doctor, man. Stop acting like you're a doctor. I know I'm not a doctor, dipshit. I know I don't have a medical degree. This is just my opinion. I'm not saying that you can't have this opinion. You can have the differing opinion. I'm not saying that I'm a doctor. It's what I believe. Plain and simple, it's what I believe. And you don't have to agree with me. I'm not making you or begging you to agree with me. And I don't think you're a fucking sheep if you don't agree with me. It's your own opinion on the fucking subject at the end of the day. You know what? Honestly, I am kind of scared about getting the vax. I'm not saying I won't get the vax, but I'm not saying I will get the vax either. I'm gonna wait and see what happens. If people start fucking dying out, you know, if the world ends and people start dying out, we have to be like the fucking, what is it, I Am Legend with Will Smith or The Walking Dead, then okay, I agree. The vax is a fucking horrible thing. But if it's gonna help people, and it's gonna, you know, change fabrics of our society, then okay, sure. But the funny thing is, you're gonna take this fucking vax, you've gotta still wear a mask for like, apparently 6 months in some countries, and you can't travel for three fucking years. 3 years, you can't travel. Yeah, I'm dead set. For 3 years, you can't travel overseas. Wow. You know, with the vax, I thought the virus was gonna end overnight. You know, I thought we were gonna be able to travel around the world. I thought we were gonna travel everywhere. You can't travel for 3 fucking years. So all the people that, you know, wanted the vax so that they can go travel, yeah, dipshit. You know, cunt, you can't travel for 3 fucking years. For 3 fucking years. You can't travel for 3 fucking years, bro. Yeah, you can't travel for 3 fucking years. Woo! I'll get the vax! Yeah, you're gonna get the vax so that you can't travel for 3 fucking years. And you still gotta wear the mask. You still gotta wear the mask for 6 fucking months! 2 vaccines every 4 weeks. Yeah, that sounds about right. Can't travel for 3 years. You know, have to wear the mask for like, you know, the first couple of days up to about a couple of months after, you know, taking it. That sounds like a good deal to me. I know. I'm gonna sound like, I know people are gonna say, Jarkova, oh, you're anti-vax, bro? You're a conspiracy theorist. No, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't believe in taking the vax unless you really want to. If you want to take the vax, do it. Go ahead. If you don't want to, don't do it. Don't fucking do it. And this is where I hate the government too, right? If you don't take the vax, you can't go to school, you can't travel, you can't go to the pub. You know, that's fucking ridiculous, man. I believe that is ridiculous and that is extreme. And I don't believe we should be like that. I really don't believe we should be like that, right? And I know. Oh, but you're a tinfoil, you're a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I may be a fucking idiot. I may sound I may be a fucking idiot. I may be uninformed, but I'm not a tinfoil. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't believe the world's gonna end. I don't believe in the fucking 5G towers. I don't believe in the fucking sheeple. You know, that's me. Anyways, I'm sorry this was a long ramble. Or a short one, depending on how editing goes. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching this really incoherent, weird, mentally ill, insane look into the mind of a 19-year-old man mixed with the Truman Show. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye. Yes, I am mentally ill. And I am a tinfoil. Bye.
Well, imagine my shock.